What's up, people? This is William Jones, making videos about leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to make you think. Turn your minds on and start to use logic and reason. Rationally think about religion, okay? Now, this video has been brought to me, someone sent this to me to talk about, and I had an issue with it myself. You know, having anxiety about the rapture and about dying and going to hell. One thing being raised in the Christian religion is that you can always have this, I don't want to go to hell thing. We throw that around all the time as, oh, you're going to go to hell for that. You're going to go to hell, right? It's always the fear of hell that keeps people trapped in the religion. Not that you so much love God. People say, oh, no, I love God, because you're scared He's going to say, you only follow me because you were scared of hell. And that's the whole point. You're scared of hell. If you wasn't scared of hell, you wouldn't tell other people to fear hell. So that shows you're scared of hell. But I know, like for me personally, I had an anxiety all the time in my, especially going to sleep, about not waking up and maybe I didn't ask forgiveness for some sin. So I got to, you know, Lord, please forgive me for all of the sins I've done, known and unknown, because I don't want to end up in hell and, you know, all that bull crap and whatever. And anxiety attacks would come all on me, all because of the hell teaching. And I'm telling you, people are consumed with the hell thing. At funerals, they're always trying to determine whether the person went to heaven or hell. So they want the pastor to preach a good sermon and put their loved one in heaven. You know how they lived. And you know, according to the standards, they be in hell. Right? So they want confirmation that their loved one did make it to heaven. That's why on Facebook, all that, they're always putting wings on somebody. You know. But I'm here to tell you, as a matter of fact, there's a pastor out here now who, some preacher, whoever, it's going around on the internet at a funeral, and he preached that hell was a fairy tale. Hell is a fairy tale. People are, oh, he's a false prophet. The Bible say in the end times, false prophets will come. How you know this the end time? We've been in the end time since they put the book together back in 300 and something AD. We've been in end times, right? It's always been the damn end times. So, false prophets. No, false prophets mean that was all kind of stuff that was said and meant to keep the people who were enslaved to the book enslaved. That's what that was about. You can't get away from the book for fear of, oh, false prophets and all of that. And if you and you go to hell. That was Christianity's thing. You will go to hell. There is no hell. I'm sorry, the pastor told you it was a fairy tale. I'm going to tell you too. It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale. It's a myth that grew over the course of years. It slowly changed and progressed. Just like Satan. Satan wasn't always, and Satan means the adversary. It's not a name. So Satan doesn't have a name. That's not a name. That's like God. God isn't a name. Satan isn't a name. Look, the characters don't even have names. But anyway, it's a progression. Satan wasn't always who he is now. The preachers made it that way. That stuff ain't in the Bible. That stuff is progressed. Just like hell. The grave. I mean, come on, Old Testament doesn't mention hell at all. Oh, it says Sheol and hell and all that. Never meant a lake of fire. And if you really want to go into it, Jesus never mentioned hell. People, oh no, he said where there is the weeping and the gnashing of teeth. Didn't say hell. Oh, he said he would burn the grab, burn whatever, you know. But then it also said that everything Jesus said was a parable. Doesn't mean it was real. So Jesus technically never mentioned hell. He couldn't have, because his stuff was parables. You can't take a parable and say, oh, this means this and this means that. It's a parable, not an allegory. So there is no hell. It wasn't until later writings that they started adding in this where the angels that couldn't keep their positions, they were locked and whatever. See, when the writings of a so-called Paul came around, so-called Paul, or Apollonius of Tyana, there were 7 original letters. The other letters are forgeries. They were added later because the myth was growing and they wanted people to come to their religion, come to our Jesus, like any other church. Come to our Jesus. So they started adding stuff and telling you, look out for false prophets and all of that, because all of it was fake. It's all con men trying to get you to come to their religion. That's all the Bible is. That's why it tells you that the number one thing that Christians say, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They'll quote that mess. You don't even know all the scriptures around it. Where is that found? What chapter? What book? Where? That's all you know is the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. And they say that stuff to keep you locked in the book. You're trapped by certain scriptures in the thought of hell and then the ultimate death, the lake of fire. Oh, the loving God made a place for you to go because you don't believe his bullshit. Right? Come on, people. Let's wake up from these fairy tales. Stuff ain't real. All this anxiety about going to hell, there is no hell. Have you seen a hell? Someone showed you. Oh, somebody told you there was a hell. Oh, so that's a hearsay. You haven't seen it, but you're believing it for yourself. You gotta be like, I ain't gonna believe it till I see it. I don't want to believe, I want to know. And when you get into that mindset, I don't want to believe, I want to know, then you start to break free from all this foolishness. You believe in a story told by somebody by people, that there's no proof they ever existed. You're believing stories by people that there's no proof that they ever existed. None of them. None of the Bible characters. And I mean Bible characters. Not like Pharaoh Necho. Not like Nebuchadnezzar the First or Nebuchadnezzar the Second. Not like Herod the Great. Not like Pontius Pilate or Caesar, Tiberius or whatever. Those are real people added to the story to make the Forrest Gump thing look real with Jesus and other people. It's not real though. The timelines don't match. Try to find out what Pharaoh was Pharaoh when Moses did the Exodus. That never happened. They always say Ramses. Ramses wasn't alive. He wasn't even born at that time. So it couldn't have been Ramses. Keep searching, man. If you really want to know the truth, go find the truth. And then Christian people, oh, well, show me your proof. Show me proof of your stuff. You have no proof of nothing you believe, but want me to show you proof of what I'm talking about when the Bible clearly says, seek and you shall find. Seek. Ask, right? A-S-K. Ask, seek, knock. That's on you, not on me. I'm out of here. Peace.